Welcome one and all, this is D-Unknown, coming back to you once again for another Phineas and Ferb Season 5 reaction. Today is episode 12, and a lot has happened since the release, even just the recording of last reaction to now. So, allow me a moment to get my bearings. Saturdays are the worst days for the new episodes to release for me because it's the day where simply my household is the loudest and the most hectic. Fortunately, I had a lucky break today where I was doing my Saturday chores in the morning, because that's typically the day when I would do chores. And as soon as I finished up around that time, all of my folks are not home. So this is a golden time to record. We're going to take full advantage, and we're going to get this reaction out to you guys rather swiftly, just like last episode. And last episode was a movie-length reaction, essentially. I spent a lot of time really analyzing almost every facet of the episode to the point where I did get a comment and a reply to that comment talking about how my reactions were actually too long and how it broke up the flow of the episode. And then there was another comment that really liked the style of the reaction. So, unfortunately, I can't make everyone happy. I'm probably not actually going to change much because I really like the reaction style. Being able to go full throttle at an episode is absolutely what I want to do, and just completely nerd out and hyperfixate over as many facets of this show as I would like to. I don't think much is going to change. That said, I don't think most of the reactions are going to be that long from here on out, albeit apart from the special, and with the exception of certain episodes that might take up a lot of the runtime, but then the subsequent episode will take up a fraction of that, essentially. So this week's episode is The Battle Days and Mantis Fact. That's the episode pair. I'm going to just sum it up in very few words. In The Battle Days, we have Drusselstein and a wedding ring being lost, and then in Mantis Fact, we have Mantis, obviously, and also I believe Phineas and Ferb create a habitat for a rare macaw. The majority of the episode that I'm hyped about is The Battle Days, because we're going to get some world building with Doofenshmirtz and Vanessa because they're going on a trip to Drusselstein. We didn't see much of Drusselstein other than the infamous Drusselstein driving test waltz. The one where Perry wrote up his will and all that. So we're going to explore more of Drusselstein. I talked about how we didn't really get a lot of Doofenshmirtz's backstory, his heritage, his background, his family life, all that. Pretty much at all in Season 5 so far. This is going to be the most Doofenshmirtz-focused episode of the entire season, especially because it's in the name of the title. But then also, the B-plot gives it a run for its money. Or, wait a minute, I instinctively said the Phineas and Ferb plot was the B-plot, damn. Is it going to be? I don't think it is, though. But like the side plot, the subsequent plot line of Linda losing her wedding ring, and then Phineas, Ferb, and the gang. And I do know the Backyard Gang is there because I did see a very brief clip on social media about Linda panicking, Lawrence with a type of wrench, checking if it went down the sink. And then the gang was there in the house with them. I saw a very, very brief clip of that. Really fast, really freaking fast on social media. I gotta react to these fast and also discipline myself to not get spoiled, which I've talked about at length already, so I'll spare you all that. Watch my other reactions if you'd like to learn more about that. Which one, I can't tell you. It's probably multiple. You'll find one if you're interested in that. But yeah, it's going to be quite the interesting episode set. I wonder what sorts of wedding references we'll get. Candace and Jeremy, Phineas and Isabella. I'm not just hoping, but I'm gonna manifest that. I performed some pre-recording rituals for that. And then the latter of the two will be much more, I imagine, of your standard Phineas and Ferb A-plot, B-plot episode. Basically, a true return to form. And it's great to have those, for sure. And not every episode needs to be this big, grandiose world-building or monumental event. It's very nice to have some slice-of-life episodes, and we're going to be tapping into some ecosystems, wildlife, habitats, all that later on. But with all that being said, let's hope for all the best in today's reaction. Let's get into it. Let's go.
I gotta hand it to you, Buford. I had my doubts, but the design specs aren't perfect.
Ooh! The specs of the hot tub, and then the wedding ring's going to drop. Ah! Buford's plans are foiled, and look how happy Buford is. He's so ready. His hands are folded and everything. He's the one manifesting. He's the one praying. He's the one doing all his rituals to get it ready. I really hope eventually the bread bowl hot tub subplot will actually, come to fruition. And it might actually come in super clutch for some grand monumental events later on in the season. It's going to be an ongoing gag, but just for season 5, or is this going to carry on into future seasons? Time will tell. But we have the typical Backyard 5. In comes the Linda Shriek in 3, 2, 1.
I know what we're gonna do today. Build a bread bowl.
Yep. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? And then, that's it. Interesting Baljeet frame to pause on, but now comes the visible concern. Yeah, slip down the drain. Okay.
Good thing we installed a tracking chip.
After the llama incident. Oh my gosh, tracking chip llama incident. Okay, there's a lot here in that one sentence. Squinting side eye, Phineas. That's a funny screenshot as well. So, let's see. Tracking chip in a wedding ring. That was predicted on the socials I'm on. Then a reference to the llama incident. Is it the same one as Milo Murphy's Law? Or is it a different llama incident? I imagine it's the latter, but that was a lot to take in one sentence.
After the llama incident.
Okay. Oh my gosh, no. Existence is paid. You could hear the rattling. Let's go back and do a frame-by-frame analysis of this. I'm not gonna do it, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna show you just the effect. The crinkling, the clackling, I don't know. The clanging, that's the word. The clanging of the ring as it goes down the pipes, and then the faucet leaks. Should have called the Mario Bros, unfortunately. There's a lot of parallels I can make with Phineas and Ferb and the Mario universe, but that's his conversation for another day. Oh dear, and sprays, and then it goes all the way down. Ooh, you can hear the clinging and the clanging, and it just keeps on going. Let's listen. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, that was about 5 seconds long, and then an ending boom to sound it off. So now they're going to track down the wedding ring all across Danville.
We're actually gonna do today.
Well, here's what we're actually gonna do today, and Buford is devastated once again. All right. Okay, we got a scream from the Pet Wash episode, Chip to the Vet. More references to llamas. We're going into the wild this episode. Some wild territory. Wild and wet territory. Llama ram, hit the chest. Classic llama action. The old country. Here comes Vanessa.
Congratulations, due to your upcoming 17th.
Upcoming 17th? I forget when Vanessa's birthday is. You'll see it, I forget the day. Candace will be pointing to it on a calendar. That's Vanessa's birthday. Today is that day. So, Love Handle got reunited 1 year ago. Not today in universe, but close to. Upcoming 17th? Yeah. Druselcinian citizenship. Here we go. That's a mouthful. Druselcinian citizenship. Saying that 5 times fast. Let me give it a shot. Druselcinian citizenship. Druselcinian citizenship. Druselcinian citizenship. Druselcinian citizenship. Druselcinian citizenship. There we go. I got that at least 95% correct, I presume. So exciting. 17th birthday. Look for flights. Get registered. Dual wield passports. All that. The old country was terrible.
Oh, Vanessa, it would be good for you to get in touch with your roots.
Doofenshmirtz has been encroached and just absolutely, his roots have had the absolute strongest stranglehold on his mind, his body, his brain, throughout much of his days of evil scheming, years of evil scheming and all that.
Who knows? You might even come back with your own
tragic backstory. We gotta manifest the intergenerational trauma. I think Doofenshmirtz, in the back of his mind, wonders if Vanessa will follow him in his evil footsteps, though they are quite faint and very ambiguous as to their direction they're going. But what better way to motivate someone than to inflict them with their own tragic backstory? That could be some foreshadowing as well for the Nightmarinator, which is airing next week, which I'm super excited for, but more on that in a bit. Right now, Doofenshmirtz and Vanessa are now going to be traveling to Druselstein, and we're going to see how exactly Vanessa adapts to becoming part Druselsteinian legally in terms of citizenship. So that'll be very, very interesting to see, because we haven't actually seen Vanessa in Druselstein. It was just Doofenshmirtz, and we saw his parents as they were older. among the worst of the worst people in the entirety of the Dwampyverse. Alright, so I accidentally forgot to unpause OBS after an interruption to the recording. I told you guys, Saturdays are the absolute worst days to record, so I unfortunately ended up not recording a few minutes of my reaction. Luckily, I caught this quite early on, so I didn't miss too much. But when I did realize this mistake, my mood and my ability to stay awake during this time dropped shortly after, because I also had to step away to help my parents out with something. Just a little bit about me, I do live in quite a toxic household with parents that yell at each other chronically for every little thing imaginable, and that takes a toll on you when they call you to help out with tasks constantly, as well as being a mediator, a messenger, a middleman, to be the way that they communicate, because they can't handle being emotionally mature themselves. Let's just say they make simple tasks way more miserable than they need to be otherwise, and doing chores would be a lot more enjoyable if their input was not provided. Regardless, as per usual, because this is the story of my life, I improvise, adapt, overcome, and persevere, all for you guys, because you are worth it. As such, in situations like these where I do miss certain sections, I'll simply give a quick analysis of the key scenes and describe what I said. Ready? Go. Number 1, I'm going to finish off my thoughts on intergenerational trauma. First up, Vanessa ended up mentioning intergenerational trauma shortly after I did.
I guess you're right. Maybe deeply depressed generational trauma could be fun. And I am curious about our culture.
And I made comments about how there's no better way to follow in Doof's rather confusing footsteps to evil ? Than by giving her a tragic backstory of her own. We love to see it. No, we don't. We love to see it, and that's a joke. Still not so bad a dad after all? ? Anyway, Doof gets excited and overpacks, emphasis on over, their bags, and they head out.
We're going to Gimmelstump, baby.
A super clean plane transition, one of the best in the season, second to the flames in Lord of the Firesides, brings us to number 2, the extensive drainage system. I commented about how Milo Murphy's Law gives us a lot of insights into how the drainage system of Danville works and how just interconnected and networked the entirety of the sewer system in Danville is. Led by the sewer guy and his milk carton wife, Mildred. It's crazy how I instinctually remembered the carton's name and not the man himself, Scott the Undergrounder. I, for one, cannot recall the name Scott at all in Milo Murphy's Law, further indicating that I do have to rewatch it to brush up on my Dwampyverse knowledge, as Hamster and Gretel is fresher in my memory. Back to the drainage system, it's vast, it's deep, it's redacted?
What's up with this redacted area?
I didn't figure it out until the very beginning of the cut to Agent P, but then it clicked for me that the redacted portion is Perry's lair. The Backyard Gang then locates the ring, and they get to work with their signature montage music in tow, though they only use the calmer middle section of the track for full song utilization, which we love to see. Seconds later, out comes a full-on excavator, which reminded me of one of the Phineas and Ferb Flash games I played on one of the Disney websites as a child, where you control Phineas and Ferb in a similar fashion as they have built a drilling contraption. It's very nice to see that it got brought back in a mainline episode.
Poor Mom and her ring. But it looks like it's a day off from busting, at least.
Candace then naively thinks that Mom losing her ring gives her a free day to not bust the boys, strangely enough. She clearly still has her off days when it comes to her busting senses. Regardless, she checks to investigate, but not before an unexpected plot intersectionality. Number 3, the lair. We cut to Perry sliding down one of the signature tubes to his lair, one of many I imagine, which actually gets drilled away by the gang. You can imagine my shock and surprise about how this was going to interfere with Perry's mission, which it didn't at all because he just leveraged body mechanics to slide right into the other side of the pipe without breaking a sweat. Perry is agile and knows how to maneuver on his web feet after all. Once he enters the lair, Carl and Major Monogram then present his mission to him as winning a luxury vacation to Gimmelstump, one of the classic spiced up mission briefings. Number 4, Candace falls in. Candace heads to the backyard to find out what the boys are doing, clumsily trips on laundry because she's not looking where she's going, ricochets down the hole, and rebounds with a blanket covering her into Perry's lair, which at that point my reaction was quite intense. They faked us out with Perry, then subverted us with Candace rebounding in. This officially makes Linda the only one in the Flynn Fletcher household to have not stepped foot inside. Carl and Monogram panic, but play it smart this time by doing so silently. unlike the previous summer where they were more often caught off guard by the boys and Lawrence. In my original reaction, I discussed finding it strange how little Major Monogram actually knew of Agent P's host family. You'd imagine he'd be less negligent about that. He ended up asking who are those kids in the Ready for the Bettys episode all the way back in season 1, for example. Maybe Carl knew little to nothing as well, but he at some point did an extremely quick 180 pivot and built the Flynn Fletcher robots in response to very particular situations, and expanded his arsenal when he turned evil in Where's Perry, of course. I then discussed how Auka has some work to do in terms of maintaining their secrecy, as they've developed a track record for various mishaps of this caliber at this point. This will definitely not be the last time, I can tell you that right now, and Perry is going to reach his breaking point. I really do want to see an episode where Perry really does stand up for himself in relation to Auka's treatment of him.
Carl, we don't even know where that goes.
I panicked.
Well, she'll probably be fine. She's made of sturdy stuff.
Add that to another stain on that record. This version of Auka will be critiqued and deconstructed, whether by me or someone else, in the Phineas and Ferb analysis community. Number 5, beautiful underground scenery. As the kids traversed the underground, I did a double take and got completely mesmerized by some of the most gorgeous underground scenery in the entire Dwampyverse. Yes, I'm heavily biased. Yes, it's because of the color scheme. Yes, it is the lighting on their faces. All yes, all the way. Also enjoyed this frame of both Phineas and Isabella pogging super hard at their sites, doing their pogs at the side of it all. We'll call that a Finnapaga. Number 6, landing in Gimelstope. The father-daughter Doofenshmirtches then land, and it's clear that Jerusalem has very much accelerated in their industrialization from last summer to now. Back in the Jerusalem driving test, the scenery was much more traditional, akin to that of a medieval village. I wanted to make a comment about this sign and the hammering of an extra zero. I really do wonder if we'll get into some form of social commentary relative to the economy later on this season, or it could even be in this episode. It appears Gimelstrup is thriving economically, but have wages kept up with inflation and has the quality of life actually improved at scale? How about for marginalized communities? How did this come to be? Just a few things to think about.
Wow, it's all so different. When did change become legal here?
Change was indeed illegal, at least back when Doof lived there. He talked about how even the most mundane changes were criminalized, like changing the channel on TV, changing underwear, and being sent to jail for a change of hairstyle. Fortunately for Vanessa, it appears she won't have to experience any of the hardships Doof went through. Will I be proven right on this, and how will Doof respond? Will he realize the error of his ways and put an end to the generational trauma cycle? More on that in a bit. I'm recording this before even I know what happens, actually.
Since my parents didn't show up to my birth, I'm not technically a citizen, and I was never able to complete my citizenship test when I was your age.
And lastly, number 7, the whole not showing up for birth situation. I've had this burning question in the back of my Dwampyverse fandom hyperfixated mind ever since I heard the line, but haven't actually vocally expressed it until now. Forgive me if I'm missing something super obvious, and this may be the stupidest question I've ever asked in the history of my entire YouTube channel, but can someone explain to me how exactly both of your parents not showing up for your birth works? Is it a separate ritual from an infant exiting the mother's womb? If so, where were they, and did a random doctor happen to notice Doof? Which is why he's still alive today. He's their firstborn, so what exactly happened here? If anyone could explain this to me in the comments, that'd be greatly appreciated. I might get crucified for it, but in that case, feel free to do it old Jerusalem style. For legal reasons, that is a joke.
So I'm doing it now, is what I'm saying. I was able to complete wrangling a pig and the humiliating stomachant dance of contrition.
Out come the various tests, aka whole-scale initiation rituals when Doof was 17. Then there's these whole-ass black hooded mask figures just staring down at Doof as he's doing that dance.
But then I couldn't do the generational kickball thing because, my parents don't show up for things.
And finally, the inexplicable link to kickball, which is where Doof failed and had his full citizenship revoked. Which begs a whole other slew of questions about how undocumented he ended up being for most of his life, but I'm no citizenship expert, so we'll leave it at that for now. With that, I realized the recording stopped right as Candace exited the mysterious pipe that Auka threw her down right here, so we're back to real-time reactions from here on out. I'm going to play around with my scheduling and try to react to this at a much more ideal time, preferably sometime at night, although it would have to be quieter at that point. with the positives of that trade-off being that I won't have to deal with interruptions, but we'll see what happens. Let's keep going. Phineas and Ferb! One of her absolute classic sayings, the amount of pure nasal emphasis she puts on that. Falling down a hole, instantaneous blackness. I really wonder where she is. Oh no. Those are absolute horror ARG-esque eyeballs. That's really disturbing. It's those very spread out, squinting, shaded, lined eyeballs. Do they have a whole ecosystem? Like a whole civilization of underground civilians down here? What is this? What are we getting ourselves into? What? Wow. I was proven right within seconds. Brilliant lighting on Candace. Very brilliant lighting on these gems, geodes, amethysts, whatever you want to call them. Now the question is, are they friendly? Do they view her as fresh meat? Or are they going to welcome her into a tribe? Or something in between? Let's see.
Our surface-dwelling savior!
They're going to worship her. Something else entirely. I came up with this entire horizontal linear spectrum, and then they're pretty much ascending her to a higher order of existence, and now they're going to just pledge their allegiance to her. I'm going to listen to that voice again. It's quite familiar. I don't know where I can put my finger on it. I imagine this is actually one of the main cast members just doing a different voice. And it's really great that they're able to experiment with those different voices. I'd love to see it. The nervous, rippling cadence of that voice really seals the deal for me. I love it.
Okay,
Ooh, and then the harmonious rippling vocals too. I've been the Queen of Mars, Monarch of Mole People, okay.
People don't take rejection.
And yeah, they are going to turn on her when she rejects deityhood. Wow. Phenomenal. We don't take rejection well! Let us worship you! There! Wow, and they just...
Talk about needy.
Yeah. They need a savior, and then we have... Whoa. That's... Alright. Phineas and the gang coming in clutch to save Candace. They do.
I bet right about now that hot tub doesn't sound so bad, does it?
We'll get that eventually, Buford. It's going to be one of the biggest culminators in the entire season. Alright, so it's just a super downscale version of the trials and tribulations that Duke went through. Okay, I see how it is. Hug that hog. Yeah, it's a hugging hog. Look at her raise the roof. Very nice dance.
This is
Oh, look! And Buford Schwartz is not happy.
Contrition is now
85% less humiliated. Dang. Buford Schwartz is asking all the questions that I would be asking. And now she has a full gnome hat. So now gnomes are back in season, back in style. I want you to hate it like I did. That's not good. So is Doofenshmirtz going to propagate the cycle of generational trauma? That is no bueno, Doofenshmirtz, so...
Tragedy builds
character! You need to have trauma, you need to have tragedy. Bullying builds character. Psychological warfare builds character. It's all to make you a stronger person. Here we go.
Come on. You want culture from the old country. You go to the old
Whoa.
people. No?
I don't know if Vanessa's ever visited the house. Okay, we just cut straight to Doofenshmirtz's old home. Is that an eviction notice, though? What's taped up? Did they move elsewhere?
Heinz, in preparation for your arrival, we've taken a vacation till further notice.
So there's not a
Give
vacation.
Vanessa, please don't call.
Love to Nessa, please don't call. So they specifically dislike Doofenshmirtz and practically no one else? Question mark? I wonder if Doofenshmirtz's parents actually give horrible treatments to anyone else besides him.
Mom.
Dad.
Vanessa, you should just go, hang with your new friends.
Oh,
No, it's okay. I can stay with you.
But I feel a big emotional bit coming on. Maybe even a power ballad.
Okay. So, oh man. Things are about to get super real. Like I talked about how Doof wanted Vanessa to experience what he did, because he was conditioned to believe tragedy builds character. Yeah. I feel for him now. Oh. We got a song. Ooh, that detailed tree in the background. Super nice. Let's see anything of note in Doofenshmirtz's room. I got nothing. That would make sense in retrospect with the unfair science fair. He did. Aww. To the battle days. Yeah. Ah. It's this nostalgic emotional connection to it. It's painting a fence with mayonnaise. Wow. Ooh, the lighting on that long gnome scene. I love giving a new refurbished take on the gnome scene where the lighting just reflects as the days go by and the shadows shift. It's so good. Ooh, the color changes too. Yeah, it's awful, but it's all you know. Only see. Yep, all the shots of the original run. Yeah. Yeah. This all makes sense and is 100% in line with Doofenshmirtz's character. All in line with Doofenshmirtz's character. We're going back for that. Did it just cut to black? We gotta watch that again. Take it back.
If Vanessa could only see this place.
What a random interruption to the song. Is there a full version somewhere? Just this random llama stream and now we're back to this. Okay. Just like me.
I can make an innator to make things the way they used to. Vanessa can have her.
Okay, so just like Phineas and Ferb, Doofenshmirtz can absolutely just manifest stuff out of thin air instantaneously. Just where Doof gets his parts from as well, don't worry about it. It's none of our business. That is not our place. We mortals cannot comprehend such knowledge, and such knowledge of it would break the fabric of reality as we know it. Orders of magnitude stronger than any teleportation, time machine, space-time paradoxes ever could. Vanessa can get her own backstories. Right there. All right. We got pipes. All right, they have mining equipment. Okay.
Candace, take it.
Candace, don't be reckless. And she found it.
Ring! I found
Cool.
it!
And then what's behind here? Yep. Actions have consequences. And they're trapped. Love Phineas seeing it on the bright side. And the drill is
Not it!
For what?
At some point, the food will run out.
And we're already talking about starvation. So, forced to make difficult decisions, Baljeet has seasoned experience with this from the hide and seek episode where he crawled inside flies and ate their insides to survive. Spitting bars, I know, thank you. I'll be here all season.
Be forced to make difficult decisions.
So now they're going to talk about eating each other.
What? We were all thinking it.
I don't think so. You would absolutely think of it first. You were not up there for that long to justify going inside flies, Baljeet. Downgrade. Oh, ooh. Eee. In some aspects, you might view this as a good thing with how absolutely enshittified some aspects of society are. So this isn't necessarily in terms of the most evil innators. The range of this one, so how evil it could be versus how good it can be in terms of benefiting or harming society, this is one of the most variable ones depending on what she shoots.
Pothole here.
This is very similar to the Gimmel Stumpinator, where it just villagified so many different aspects of Damble. So now it's being brought here to de-industrialize Drusselstein. Outcome potato sacks.
Small batch, handcrafted farm to table, goat food.
Goat food. Yeah, now, wow, just completely undoing all societal progress. This is not what we mean, Doof, by Dear God, Go Back.
Wait till Vanessa sees this.
Straight in hover car slam. I thought he would jump out and do a drop kick, but no, just a full-on, completely horizontal, just car ram. And then they're just off to the skies. Tail slap, fighting, and now it's all getting shot. Okay.
Oh, look, it's
A kickball field! Uh-oh.
Vanessa.
Perry really does respect the wishes of Vanessa. I feel like he's going to honor it. And then something else is going to potentially sabotage either Vanessa or just self-sabotage the vehicle they're on. And maybe Perry's vehicle will be the victim of the downgrade emitter. That's what I believe the name was. All right. Come on, Perry. Yeah. I'm so glad Perry has such honor and integrity to actually give Doofenshmirtz this one and let him enjoy actually seeing his daughter and wanting her to be happy. Come on, Doofenshmirtz, please come around. Yes, Doof. Yes, Doof. Yes, Perry. I love that. I love that shot. I love that shot. We're going back. We're screenshotting it. Yeah. Perry is one of the most noble heroes in all of fiction. I'm telling you right now. So it's a parental thing. So that's why Doofenshmirtz failed, because his parents didn't show up. So his parents have to show up for one to pass the citizenship test, which begs the question, what do they do in the situation of orphans who don't necessarily have guardians? Has Druselstein legislation evolved to account for those outlier situations, or no? That's a key question right there. Yeah. Come on, Doof. You got this. Come on, Vanessa. Come on, Doof. You got this. Come on. Ooh, like, okay, yeah, okay. It's just slow motion. I thought he actually was going to hurt his foot there for a second. Thank God. So right at the face? Oh no. Not as evolved as we thought it would be. If that's the entirety of the water supply in the bottomless pit, damn. Let's go. Ah. Yeah. And now a ride home. Okay, not a ride home. They're still gonna enjoy their trip in Druselstein, of course. Yeah.
Ow! Ow!
Classic llama.
It hurts less when you're a citizen.
Very, very good on Doofenshmirtz. Alright. Out comes the water. Here comes... Is that the water from the bottomless pit in Druselstein? Doofenshmirtz tried way back at the beginning of the second episode in the very first episode set to drill a hole to China and build a highway. There's one from Druselstein to right here. Okay, from Druselstein to Danville. Okay. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'll lay back out. They got the ring, and that's all. Spin out, and all the dirt's gone. Harry diving back, and perfect. Just a full landing, then looked around, and then just went back to his four-legged, cross-eyed self. And that's all.
Oh, my ring! Thank you!
Classic Lords. He's so silly. He's so silly, man. You gotta love Lords for that.
Good on you, lads.
Good on you.
Underground! Mole people!
Candace, why are you so filthy?
I thought we were gonna elaborate more on the mole people, but now we know that the civilization exists. When it comes to cartoon characters and them having four fingers, it just is. Okay. I was gonna say something, but that's all. Damn. Okay. That's all for that, and Mantis Fact time. Let's see. Sounds of the summer. ASMR action? And then the screeching of Buford. Is that Buford? Am I right? Yeah. A little Buford's, tell me. So now they're going to be looking for macaws. Mock macaws. That is 3. Is this macaw so rare that no one has been able to take a picture of them, and there's just 3 different attachments, head, body, and legs, just stitched together?
Rare migratory birds that can camouflage themselves with their color-changing plumage.
A lot of birds can do that. But yeah, I'm much more interested in the camouflaging. Anyone who's seen bird videos knows that a lot of different birds can mimic noises. My sister has a pet bird, and our bird picks up on so many different noises in the kitchen. Timer beeps, phone camera shutters, and whatever sounds we make with our mouths frequently. To name a few. A mock macaw. That very fitting name. New low. Come on. Bird calls is a new low. Wow. Candace is disappointed that they didn't do something bustable. Oh, man.
Maybe we should have told her about Macaw Mansion.
Ooh! Very interesting stained windows. That's what catches my attention first. All the color there. All she had to do was look up, and they built an entire mansion on top of a tree. And they'll make it structurally sound so that this tree will never leave the ground. Never not be planted on the ground, I should say. So, what do we got here? A lot of pink and various shades of blue. We love to see it. That's some transcoded right there. We support trans rights here. Trans rights are human rights. And I do really wonder, what's the native color of the macaw? Because they can camouflage, but do they have a base color? Like that orange chameleon that bonded with Ferb. Back in, I believe, season 2.
Maybe we should build a Perry Palace next.
Very good idea, Isabella. Very good idea. Perry deserves... Yeah, you know what, Perry... The more I think about it, the more awesome that would be. Them doing an entire episode where they give Perry the absolute, just most luxury treatment. Maybe pair that with the Alka Rebellion episode, and Perry just lives his best life in the mansion that the Backyard Gang builds for him. I would love to see that, because Perry, above all else... Perry is the perfect candidate for such luxury treatment.
Agent P.
What's vibrating in this fruit bowl? It's this apple, okay. So it's an Apple product, if you will. Bug spray. But all the bug spray. Yeah. When you overbuy a certain product, you are guaranteed to be doing something nefarious. That's just a golden rule of this show in Alka, specifically. Okay, okay,
Carl,
sure.
How many people have RSVP'd to my barbecue?
1.
Is
Kiss
that
the Carl.
including you?
Yes?
So, none.
Don't judge yourself for this. This is not a measure of you as a man.
Damn. Whoa. So both of the episode titles are connected to the doof plot this time around. We got a giant carnivorous mantis, similar but supersized to the bug trio that appeared at the very, very end of the show.
See, they naturally prey on garden pests. Mantis Fact!
Okay. Episode title is episode title. So. Okay, so we got a supersized nader. So are we going to get a giant macaw in addition to the giant mantises? Only time will tell. It's all about getting to the reverse switch. It's either a reverse switch or a self-destruct button. That's usually the end goal of these devices. Innators, I should say. I'm doing them a disservice by calling them devices. Shame on me. This is a super intense music.
The only known photo is this blurry one where they camouflage themselves as a Sasquatch.
Then we'll get
Whoa. Okay, so camouflage into almost any creature, question mark? And with it being supersized, perhaps, the implications are limitless.
first photo of one uncamouflaged.
Ferb, turn on the vacancy sign. We're open for business.
Ooh! Oh, we got a full backyard crew wrap. Oh, we're so locked in for this. Freaking fresh! And Isabella opens with this one. It's so good. Look at them! Moving Baljeet, just stand that! Fun facing Baljeet. It's always fun facing Baljeet. Okay. Hold on. Don't be a hater. Be a waiter, Buford. I think Alan. Oh, they're having so much fun. Look at these angles, these perspectives. So good. Oh, they look so silly here. It's so awesome. Look at that. That's the most angled Fizzabelle. What the frick? I'm literally in rap mode right now. That is the most angled Isabella face I've ever seen, where those eyes are on more than a 30-degree angle. Mouth too. Amen. Amen. Hey!
Dig yourself that hole. We've got plenty of room.
Ooh. Oh, she went so hard, and Ferb's gonna go so hard. Oh, yes. Oh, wait, hold on. I've probably been missing, they've probably been here, but camouflaged themselves. There's a whole bunch of them, but they camouflage into any object imaginable. I just saw it now, like probably halfway through the song. Let me show you what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, so both of them camouflage, and oh, Isabella went so hard with that line. What's Ferb's line going to be? Who dropped the hardest bars in this entire song? My vote is between Isabella and Ferb. Let's see.
Antique mirrors.
All right. Hey. 24K! So many frames, so many frames. Look at that. Oh, wow, those poses. I chronically do these poses, a bunch of different action poses just myself. I'm so autism brain for that. Oh my gosh. Holy bazzoli. Holy frisoli manoli cannoli. That's so well, okay, we're alternating between badass and silly ass angles throughout this entire show. Because look at Buford now. Oh, this is great. Just that we got the full upward facing Buford now. Hey! Oh, the squad. Oh, man. This is a fun episode set. Out come the macaws. Alright, so they see them, but they keep camouflaging, so it's hard to take them. Yeah. Is she gonna look up? Is Candace not gonna notice the entire time?
A giant birdhouse? How could I have missed it?
Yeah. Man, no bird screech could be as annoying as those mom screeches. Prepare to look up. How come the mantises?
Mantises have long necks, triangular heads, and bulging eyes. Ooh, kinda like me. Mantis Fact.
So that's just a bunch of mantis facts. Nice. But Doofenshmirtz is absolutely going to get caught saying that, but keep spitting your facts, King. The Backyard Crew Spitfire bars. Doof, you spit mantis facts, and we got ourselves a fire episode set.
I'll break you off a piece.
Yeah. Yeah. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you?
Oh, I can't stop snapping so loudly when
I can't either, to be honest. Yeah, I can't either, so, to be honest. I've actually, I snap just as much as I do that pose Isabella did. I do that chronically too, to the point where I've actually cut the skin of my finger like multiple times, and I had to restrict myself from snapping to have it recover. And is the Mantis proposing to Doofenshmirtz? Is this a part of their mating habits?
Huh? Oh, well, this is so sudden, but yes, 1,000 times yes.
Oh boy, just, they're gonna marry. Oh, the problematic implications of Doofenshmirtz marrying a Mantis. A thesis. I can see it as a Twitter thread now. Delicious.
And now that I've married into the family...
Married into the family. He would. It's so evil and problematic for Doofenshmirtz to marry his way into a Mantis family to take over the tri-state area. It just might work.
Ladies, trap Harry the
Ladies.
Platypus.
Ladies. Who's the honey? Nice little nod. Ooh. I wonder what hobbies Linda gets up to. Maybe we'll explore her in a later episode and what she likes to do. She's painting a whole merry-go-round pony.
Painting that vintage carousel horse and
Yeah, probably to sell at the antique shop, actually. We get interesting parallels. They are pairing up these episode sets really nicely, because now we also have a wedding ring in this episode, but an important one in my opinion. They really do pair up the sets rather nicely. Wow. Oh, yes! Yes! The stained glass image of Doofenshmirtz kicking an orange. That's gonna be a holy grail. That is among the holy grail of Dwampyverse media. That is absolutely being turned into a merch item, and it will likely sell. Alright. Time for Perry to leverage Mantis Facts. Yeah. Yeah. The food's gonna come out of the Mantis's mouth, isn't it? Yeah. If you're enough to eat, yeah. Alright. Yep. Mantis Fact. Delicious. Nightmares is going to allude to next week's episode. I'm super hyped for that. Yikes. Doofenshmirtz had a lot of experiences there. Now I have a triple pan combo. Wallop the Mantis. Nice. I really like the designs of these mantises. While I have grown respect for the creepy and the grotesque, I really do like just a simple, interestingly, in a way, adorable mantis design. I really do like that. We've seen a lot of eldritch horrors this season. It's nice to have that as a change of pace. Ooh, that's screeching. The same screeching as Candace in the split personality episode, I believe. Climbing on down? They are. Yep.
Wait, look, up in the tree.
They got him. Ah. Yeah. Buford, don't touch that tree. Buford did not hesitate to get out an entire double-handled saw in the original seasons of the show and just cut down the tree. You will be committing the most heinous atrocities imaginable if you damage this tree. It might happen one day, maybe not by Buford's doing, but I have a feeling this tree might not be there, and it might be the most abhorrent, egregious crime of the entire season, and whoever does that will be brought to justice. Swift Dwampyverse justice.
Oh, yes! Shake things up!
Oh, that is Baljeet's best impression of Buford yet. The spiral eye rolls. Let's see.
Shake things up!
And I did okay. It just camouflages to Buford. A feathered, scruffy Buford. That's crazy.
Shake things up.
And mimic the sounds. Okay. 2 Bufords. That's the bird. That's the macaw. That's the mock macaw. Yeah, the macaw is gonna trick Candace without realizing it.
Today be the day.
Today be F.
Yes, Candace.
Oh no, it's one of those stupid
Yeah.
birds. It's
She caught on. It's those stupid birds. The building's gonna be destroyed. They're just sprinting out, fast animations, and now the mantises are out traversing the city, trying to find their precious meal. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Perry the Platypus.
Yeah. We're back to ricocheting satellite bounces. I've refused to keep count anymore this season. We talked about bouncing off satellites all the time, and now they just ricochet. I'm done counting. Yep. It is happening again. I'm so glad it's being called out. That it's back to Danville reflecting off the buildings. What gets supersized? Hold up. Oh no, at least the reverse of being supersized. Okay, so it's a type of shrinkinator. Okay. Reverse switch. Obviously, it's the reverse switch for that inator.
Stay single as long as you can.
I'm gonna stay single for quite some time. I'm actually exploring fictosexuality currently myself. I made a whole Tumblr post about that. I'll link it in the description now that I mentioned it. If you want to check it out, you can.
If only we could get them down here somehow.
Buford, let's try solving our problems with brute strength.
Is that a mock macaw mocking Buford and emphasis on the mock in the name? And if so, where's Baljeet? And if not, this is Baljeet. Is Buford actually going to have his bully instincts reignited?
Oh, I'm Baljeet.
Okay, they're gonna just mock each other. Okay. I think they'll just mock each other. I do think it is just them.
Being real judgy to
Front-facing mock Jeets. Oh, there's gonna be so many funny frames. Do I go funny or do I go badass with the thumbnails? We'll test them out.
today. Real judgy.
Real judgy, yep. Okay, are Phineas and Isabella actually gonna mock each other? Is their relationship dynamics that strong? And I'm pausing at this very particular frame. I can tell she's blinking. Like, she's not just having the eyes for Phineas necessarily, although she internally absolutely is. I feel like their relationship is so strong that they will playfully mock each other. That'd be fun to see, and it's an interesting spin on their dynamic.
I'm Buford, and I like to eat bugs.
Ooh! Or, nah, she would mock Buford. That sinister gremlin Isabella. Like, she's adorable, but she'll turn into a gremlin in the snap of a finger. Isabella fact!
Check out my Ferb.
That sounds just like Ferb.
I'm Phineas, and my head doesn't make any biological sense.
It does not. Yup. Oh, yup. Come on, and gone. Ah. And now they're both shrunk. Okay. You can do so much with size dynamics. I'm telling you now, it's gonna be so great. Pick me! Big buddy, pick me! Here it comes. Mom! Oh, the screeching. I think he got one. I think Phineas got a shot. Blasted back to normal size? Or tinier? Oh, it's even worse. Oh no. Yeah. Yo! Wow, it just cuts to the surrounding dupe. Okay. And now the mansion is now bird-sized. And perfect for birds. Okay. Did they get the shot? Isabella's look tells me they might have not. But did he got it? Did he get it? Oh, yeah! Whoa! That is That is the most PHINBELL fan service of the entire season! That is the absolute best result where the macaw mimicked to become Phineas. Oh, yes! Oh! Oh, my heart! It's vindicated! We're going feral. That might actually now be my new profile picture. That is a perfect snapshot. It's probably going to be. I'm gonna maybe wait a few days, maybe not. I'll do it instantaneously. Yes! That's actually the very first picture we have of Phineas and Isabella being adorable together, I think. There's a lot of collages out there that pretty much take every indication of them next to each other, and there's obviously a lot of great shots, but in universe, our very first camera. The vindication is so real. Oh, my heart! my body, my soul is healed. Makes up for any of the hardships I had recording this episode. So good. So Phineas is gonna say, oh no. Isabella's gonna cherish that for life.
No, it must have camouflaged itself as me right before the flash went off. Sorry, Isabella.
Oh no! Sorry, Isabella!
I really thought I had it.
It's okay, Phineas. I still appreciate all that. And something tells me I'm gonna treasure this book even more.
And now they're eating pie. They all deserve pie after that. Everyone deserves pie. Give Phineas and Isabella extra pie. Hold up, I gotta take a moment. Mind my composure. Where is Linda? They're all just feral. Oh, they're all just feral. Macaws. Yeah. Even Perry. It can't be all birds. And then Ken is gonna wake up from a dream. And that's her!
No!
It's all a dream, isn't it? What could be the follow-up to this? I don't know if it will be. I don't know if there will be a follow-up to this, but damn, it ended swimmingly.
I am so tired.
What's happening here?
Jet lag is really hitting me now. I
think this is his room in Gimmelstump. I think.
I should probably get up. This floor is just so comfortable.
Damn.
Is this
That's a mood.
fine?
That's a mood. That is very, very, very much a mood.
2 more minutes, that's all.
Just 2 more minutes, guys. Wow. What a super fun episode set. All around. The end was vindicating. All around, just a super fun time. Not going to be necessarily my favorite episodes. Like, it's around the middle of the road, or like the higher end of the middle of the road episodes. But in a show like Phineas and Ferb, that is like still a super godsend compliment. When I say middle of the road, I think like the bottom of the barrel for Phineas and Ferb is typically like, if we're talking on a scale from S to F, like maybe C tier. So like upper middle of the road is a very solid A tier episode. So much fun. That was awesome. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And we have a lot to look forward to next week as well with the Night Marinator. And that's going to be an episode I am so hyped for, because we really are going to be able to tap into the psychology of a lot of the characters for the very first time. So that's enough of me for now on that. And that concludes the reaction. So hope you all enjoyed it. I love making these for you guys. I will continue to pump these out as quick as I can, but also as quality as I can, which means not necessarily the quickest. But given that I believe I'm the only one on the entirety of YouTube who's actually uploading these reactions at a consistent pace, it is the service that I do want to provide to you guys. And I'll emphasize this more at the end of the entire Season 5 reaction set, or up until Episode 18, when I believe there's going to be a break. Even then, there's a decent amount of ambiguity on that. There's some news about the show going on a hiatus for some time. Not sure how long that'll be, but regardless of how long it is or what ends up happening, I'll probably elaborate my thoughts on it more at a later point in time. But for now, guys, take care, much love, stay safe, stay winning, stay vindicated. Say FINBELL one more time, guys. Peace out.